Through the mists comes forth RPGaDay! In the year 2021, RPGaDay comes back for its 8th year. A time in August when every day we tackle another question or topic by answering in a way that uplifts the gaming community and answers questions people might have about this crazy hobby of ours that serves to build the community and bring it up, that many of us make blogs about, video blogs, art, or great works. In celebration of the community of gamers, I welcome you to RPGaDay 2021. Hello friends, I am Rob, the Dungeon Tutor, sometimes Omnisci. Today I'm here with you for the 23rd day of RPGaDay. Yep, we've been going through 23 days, and today the topic word is memory. Now, in terms of gaming, memory is a fine thing. I have a friend who can still remember campaign elements from games that we played 25 years ago. It's uncanny, his memory, his recall. But he's passionate about these things, and he has been blessed with an amazing memory. I'm so jealous, I'll be honest with you. I write down notes from my games, but they're pretty sketchy. And so I've got stacks and stacks of campaign notes, but could I tell you what happened on a given day? No. Sometimes, if I just give him a little bit of a lead, a hint as to what I'm looking for, he can provide just amazing levels of detail, again, for games that we haven't played in 25 years. And it's been, several years since we've actually played together, so the fact that that's still in his brain is amazing. But I'm not so blessed, and quite honestly, my collection is the worse for it. And so therefore, when I am playing in a game, one of the things that I try to do to kind of cope with my unfortunate lack of memory is to take notes. And I think good note-taking is something somebody at every table should do. Create some sort of a document, a record of what happened in your game. Now, if you go to my Lair of Omnisci channel, I do that in video form, and I have been doing it for years. It's called my State of the Dungeon Address. And I use that because I know my memory is shoddy. I know that I need to have some sort of record, or the games will elude me. They will escape. So I believe it was 2017 I started doing it, and I've faithfully done it for almost every session ever since. Even if the game falls a bit flat, even if the game is epic and it takes a while to get through all of the details, even if the group splits up and bombards things from different angles and it's kind of complicated, I do my level best. Again, my memory can hurt me in that case because sometimes a day or two goes by before I do these videos and I lose a detail or two, and that sucks, but I generally try to get the gist of things. So you can, by doing a video log or a written log, you can go back sometimes years, maybe decades back, and you can get notes on how games flowed and ebbed, and sometimes going back through those things can not only just bring a smile to your face as you remember triumphs and failures and disasters and heroic successes from days gone by that at the time meant so much because it was your character, it was somebody you may not have played for 10, 20 years, but you can still kind of faintly remember those ringing sessions where you did great things, and great things happen around you. Or maybe they weren't so great, but they still were special. Memories are the richest things that we have. And when we lose those, it's one of the greatest tragedies. More than losing your wallet and all your money, if you lose your memories, you lose most of what makes yourself yourself. And I like to think that the memories of our games are in their very own way, the most precious things we take out of these things. Friendships are great. Sometimes friendships fade. People move away or grow distant. But memories stay with you. And you can remember those people that you've played with and still get a smile on your face. Still remember what made that relationship special at the time. And in terms of gaming, some of those memories can be ephemeral, but still potent in their own way. One of the formative experiences I had, just to share with you, one time I was at Gen Con, and I was there with my best friend, and we were playing, and we both got a seat at this table, and we were playing, I believe it was 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons, and next to us was this guy. We're both kind of like, okay, this is a big con, there's this big hall full of people, and we're just going to sit here and try to play. This guy was great. He was he had a strong British accent of some variety. I'm not so up on my British accents, but it was strong. And he was enthusiastic for his love of the game. So he's playing as a cleric. And we're fighting, I can remember vividly, we're fighting gnolls. And he's describing his character. He's like, I'm going to go before them, swinging my mace, screaming, "Convert, ye bastards, convert!" Swinging and pummeling and crushing their skulls. And yelling this at the table. The people around are going, what's going on? And I looked at my friend and I'm like, he's having more fun than we are. And ever since that guy kind of unlocked this permission within me to not be afraid of making a scene in the pursuance of not only making the game more entertaining for myself, but for the other people who are sitting at the table. Yeah, I've become a lot more untethered when I'm playing. I'm not really worried about, standing out. I am worried frequently about making the lives of people around difficult. So I have peaks where I will say, or I will yell or do something, and then I will stop. Because it's not fair to be interrupting whatever other people are doing, and if you're sharing in a hall or something like that, that becomes kind of important. But if I have to say something and my character will say it in a loud voice, I'll say it in a loud voice. If I'm running a game and something demands a loud noise, like a loud dragon, I'll do it, because that's what the situation demands. And it really does add an extra element when you don't feel like you're in a small space trying not to be noticed. No, heck, you're having fun. Let other people see that you're having fun. And that's been my attitude going forward ever since. And quite honestly, while there may have been a couple of people who rolled their eyes at me, fair, more people usually kind of take a look, and I get that same look. That guy is having more fun than I am right now, which could be great. And sometimes they'll come over, they'll want to see what we're doing, and I'll be like, yeah, I just ripped this guy's arm off, and I'm about to go and beat him with it. And they're like, you're pretty cool. You're doing gaming right. And that's, that's what I want to do. I want to, leave a memory with people and be that person that other people are going to remember. Remember, this was Gen Con 1990s. And I'm still remembering this guy vividly. A little bit of hair on his head, glasses, kind of gaming t-shirt on. I just had it was a blast. It was so much fun because that guy was better and made the game better. And I want to do that. I want to keep making games better. I want to make memories for other people. So I also look in those kind of games. I can remember another scenario where I was playing, it was a heavily, heavily modified version of Dungeons and Dragons. Somebody had their own house rules. It involved cards. It was more complicated than it really needed to be. It was a family affair, and one of the younger sons was running the game, and the rest of the family were around, and they were very enthusiastic and everything. But one of the kids in the family decided that he and I, who I was playing a ranger at the time, we were going to work together. He decided that we were going to do great things together. So he, I believe, was playing a cleric, and he was just buffing me. And he was looking for ways for me to have more fun, basically, is how it was. He'd already had a lot of fun with his family. I'm guessing they play every night. Would not surprise me. They're that enthusiastic. But he was like right there, my pocket cleric, and we smashed a lot of heads together. And another thing that I learned was, he actually toned things down. He certainly seemed as enthusiastic as all of his kin around us, but he toned things down. He's like, hey, here's a guest. We're going to make him feel cool, and we're going to make him feel comfortable. And it helped quite a bit. It wasn't like I was a stranger who was just crashing in on these people's game. It was, yeah, I'm a part of this, and I can do cool things too, and their game was weird, but, it's cool. It's fine. And I, again, try now to be even, taking from that, I try to be more inclusive and get other people to take the spotlight and not just have it centered on me, which I could dominate the spotlight all day long and chew the scenery with dialogue. That's not fair to everyone else, and I recognize that. So it's not about me winning the game, which is important in cons to know that. So that's just some of how memory works. I like to lean on notes and campaigns and have some sort of a record afterwards. My State of the Dungeon address, even though a few people watch it, I link it to my Facebook group so that my group can watch it and see what's going on, but I don't think anybody else does, and that's fine. It's my own video record, so I can go back and look at things, which I've never really done. I never go back and look at my State of the Dungeon addresses, but they are there. I know that there's a record there that I've left behind so people can enjoy it. And the players can enjoy their experiences, and told through somebody else's eyes, certainly. But they can kind of enjoy their stories of their great triumphs and their great successes, and that's pretty cool. Technically, role-playing games can be really ephemeral things, only enjoyed by a small group. And once they're gone, they can be gone. Preserving them into more than just people's memory is definitely a cool thing to do. So, at any rate, I am Rob, the Dungeon Tutor. I'm also Omnisci. I do thank you for joining me here for this RPG-A-Day video. Some great memories, certainly, come back, but plenty more to make. More videos to make and more memories. So if you like this, by all means, feel free to like and subscribe to support me and my channel. I do appreciate every bit of support I get. More than that, though, if you have any comments about any cool memories or ways or insights that you use to keep your memories fresh, I always appreciate it. The input is great. Starting up a conversation about things like that could be great. Possibly fuel for future videos, also good. So until we talk again, which I hope we do, I've got several more videos left to make for the RPG-A-Day, several more to make for everything else. Until that next time we meet, farewell.